Hello everybody, this is Toys R Us, and for this new figure unboxing and review we're going to be looking at the Studio Series Gamer Edition. This is the War for Cybertron version of Barricade. So I've just took him out of the package ready just to speed things up, but let's have a quick look at the packaging. And again, it is lovely. We've got him in-game, I suppose, appearance there on the front and coming round onto the side. This side has again got exactly the same image. I'm loving the fact that it's sort of a joypad in there. We can see on the back it says it's going to take 15 steps to transform him. I'm really liking the look of his alternate mode, to be honest, and I'm liking the idea of these Studio Series Gamer Editions. It's just another brilliant idea, I think. Another toy line that enables us to collect again some of the characters that we love. There is of course his instructions and this accessory I've already put on the back of him. Let me just take you out this stand and we can see there. So with the glare reflecting off it, it's not too bad. The figure itself just about fits on. He's got some huge feet, which I'm going to show you in a second, and we've also got his weapon, which I've stored here at the back as well. So let me just take this off. I'll put him back on and he should just about fit on that stand. But that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to get rid of the stand. We've had a quick look at that, and indeed the box. Let's have a detailed look at the figure. So again, new mold, liking the look of this. It's like something I've never seen before, to be honest. This mold, it's really quite interesting. The articulation on it is really good, even though the head is quite small compared to the rest of the body. It's got really tight articulation, but it does look up and down, and with a bit of force maybe. I'm not too sure. I'm not going to try too hard just in case I do in fact break it. There is all the joints on this feel really tight, to be honest. The shoulders will go all the way around, lift up and down as well, as you can see. There's then a swivel just underneath the shoulder as well, with bicep flexion. You can see he's got these huge arms, and there's actually wrist rotation, but I believe that's mainly for the transformation process. Now this particular arm does actually come off as well. And the main reason for this is so you can interchange the accessories and put them again like that on his arm, just pretty much how it was in the game. So that's a cool little feature you've got as well. Let's have a quick look at the accessory, because I did already have it attached to his back. So that little slot there is what's going to attach to his back, and of course you could put it in his hand as well via the usual 5mm ports. There is the hole on the back where it was attached, and I will just briefly show you guys again just how simple it is to pop that in. There you go. I'm carrying on with the articulation. As you can see, ball and sockets at the hips, as well as a swivel, a massive knee bend, and of course an ankle tilt and rock. If I want to be overly picky, the feet, maybe are they a little loose? I don't know. This is brand new out of the box, and he didn't seem to balance himself. It could be because there's quite a bit of kibble on the back, but I think I'm just being overly picky, to be honest. He's now standing absolutely fine. The detail on the chest I think is brilliant, and the reason why I've chose to do this guy first instead of Bumblebee and Optimus Prime is just because I love the way he looks. The detail there on the chest, the Decepticon logo, slightly off I think by the looks of that. It just looks menacing. The yellow eyes stick out. That's the only bit of yellow paint on it from this particular angle. There's a teeny bit for when he's in his alternate mode, but it just works. I mean, look how much it stands out. It really makes it look very good. The hands look like you can move the fingers, but you actually can't, so don't try and move them because you will break them. Can you pop this in his hand? No, I think you can literally only do it the way in which I showed you just there. So unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, obviously we don't have any other versions of this particular figure, so I can't compare them with them. So before I bring in the rest of the gamer figures, let's just bring in some others just to give you an idea how big he is. As you can see, he's a nice solid deluxe size figure. What I mean by that is he's easily as big as some of the other deluxe figures that we've had recently revealed and available, should I say. With regards to a Voyager class though, again, he's not too bad. He's nice and thick and chunky. I've just got these hanging around, so that's why I'm showing you these ones at first. But I suppose in a second, don't worry, I'm going to bring out the rest of the gamer figures just so you can see them. He's massive compared to the core class figures, which we'd expect, and also obviously quite a bit bigger than the third-party versions as well. Right, let's move these out of the way, because for the final part of this part of the video anyhow, let's bring in the other part of wave 1. So we've got the other deluxe, which again, look at the size difference. They're both deluxe, but obviously Bumblebee is much smaller in height, in just everything. His limbs look thinner, there's not as much kibble, whereas Prime, obviously, who's a Voyager, yeah, he's quite a bit bigger, Primus, to be honest. Other reviews of these two will be up shortly. As I said, I've just chose to do Barricade first. There you go. I don't think there's much more to say about him in his robot mode anyhow. We're going to come back and have a look at him in his alternate mode. So we're back, and as you can see, he's in his alternate mode already. Quick apologies, no transformation process on this video. Main reason for that is to keep the length of the video down, and the second is not to spoil it for anybody who doesn't want to see it just yet, with it being a new toy. However, I will be uploading a tutorial, so if you do want to see it, you've got the opportunity to have a look at it as well. The instructions, to be honest, are pretty straightforward, so that's one good thing to say about it. Sometimes they can be a bit difficult to read. Not a problem with this at all. Now, the actual alternate mode, I am loving. I really like it, although it's borderline. Shell form is too harsh, but obviously it's like panels and everything that fold over to make this, it's a really big feeling deluxe. A lot of surface area covered. I'll show you what I mean by that in a second, but I'm loving the big grille on the front, the Decepticon logo, everything lines up perfect. This silver's amazing. If you catch it, see how it looks like a dark grey there, catch it in the one light and it's like a really shiny reflective silver that goes all the way around. Of course, where the driver would sit, there's the other two bits of yellow apart from his eyes, and it just works, just this little bit there, nice and subtle. The wheels again go around, no problem whatsoever. It's really cool, and if you look underneath as well, there's not too much giving it away that it is actually a robot. With regards obviously to the accessory, there's a port on the top right there where you can attach this, and it fits really well, to be honest. And this whole back part here is just giving me all Batman vibes, but or Batmobile vibes rather, even though it's at the back rather than at the front. And as I've said, I like the fact that on this there's quite a few panels, but not that they look unsightly, that there's loads of lines in it. This is actual moulding detail around the outside there, and of course on there. It just, you know, it fits together snugly, fits together neatly, and that's exactly what I'm saying. You can't tell just how many panels there are. It's really good. And what I was saying about the size, if I get like another Studio Series figure, like there's Jolt, and if I pop him next to it, he's huge compared to that. You know, it's about 1.5 times more surface area. It's definitely thicker, it's definitely longer, and he's just as high, if not higher, to be honest. So that's your normal standard Studio Series. I've got a Legacy animated Prowl, which I know is a motorbike, but again, just to give you an idea, you can see it's, again, twice the size really. It's huge. It's a great figure, and it does look very good. If I get the scene out again for you, unfortunately with this, and I always ask this in all the videos, if anybody actually uses these, let me know who hasn't already, because I see the point. That's being a bit harsh, but I'd rather see the money go into something else, or just have a few pence or a pound or so knocked off, because it just, for me, it doesn't really do anything or serve a purpose. And as I've said, most people will collect at least a couple of these figures, same as the normal Studio Series, so they're not going to have the space to put all the backgrounds up anyway. So very quickly want to come back with him in robot mode just to have one last look at him. So then, very quickly, back for the final time in the robot mode, mainly because it is the mode I'm going to be choosing to display him in, but also now you had the opportunity to see the alternate mode, it makes more sense to show you this at the back, again, to give you a bit of an appreciation of just how little kibble, I suppose, there is all on the back. If, of course, this was all the front, and this, of course, folded out, it cascades out quite well. So, again, just wanted to show you that and give you the appreciation of it's, although it's a nice chunky figure, it's nothing to do with, it's quite streamlined. I say streamlined, but you know what I mean, it's very thin compared to how much stuff is on the back of him. And I just wanted to end the video on that note, and I suppose again just tell you what I think, what a great figure this guy is. And there you go, let me know what you think of him in the comments. The other two will be up for review on this channel very soon as well. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care.